Okay, switching to the front screen. Sorry, apologize for the vertical screen video, but it's much better to actually shoot this video with the vertical position versus the horizontal one because of the Tesla screen is also vertical. So just wanted to briefly cover a few features of the touchscreen and differences between the Model S and Model X and Model 3. So my favorite is definitely the fact that you have this enormous 16-inch screen that is vertically positioned. I like it because of many different things, and I'll show you why. And also you get another screen right here, right out front of the driver to show you know how fast you're going, show you your energy consumption, and also your energy usage. But you can actually choose to have different things on the screen. So by pressing and holding this wheel, you can actually select different things to display. For example, I want to see what's playing on the media. I can select what's playing on the media and unpause the music. So that's very useful. I really enjoy it. So let's get to the difference between Model 3 and Model X and Model S when it comes to touchscreen. So on Model 3, since the screen is smaller, you're limited to certain things, and it always needs to display the your car, your full self-driving options, and also your speed. Here, since we have our screen displaying information here, we can, for example, have the rear view camera always on and music on. So the map gets really small and you can't really see anything on the map anymore, but you can just drag the music down and then still have pretty decent navigation, your map navigation screen up there, and rear view camera, and your music selection. You are not able to have that on the Model 3. Okay, so other than that, let me run through all the settings on the car. So quick controls, they give you ability to open your Falcon Wing doors. You open your, let's say you want to open your passenger door. There we go. Close your passenger door. And, and so on and so forth. Exterior lights, I have them in auto. So when you open the door, you will have, when you park your car, you will have the exterior lights on to guide your way if you are parking like in a dark spot. Pretty standard. I think all the German automakers do that as well. So then we go to seats. Here you can basically move the 6-seat configuration. The middle row, the second row seats, you can move forward and back, as you can see. Also, when you move the other seat forward, my driver's seat was moving as well. So that's pretty funny. You can actually move somebody who's sitting like on the passenger seat by pressing this button. That's pretty funny. Okay, then suspension, my favorite. I'm currently in very low because I was driving on the highway. So my goal on the highway, it's always to get as low energy consumption as possible. And here we managed to do 316 watt per mile in the past 38 miles, which is very good for Model X. And also, this is the reason why I like the 75 kilowatt version of the Model X, because it's lighter by close to 300 pounds when you compare it to like P100D. That's like having a really, that's like having two small people in the car. So, okay. So the jog option is when you need to tow the car, you enable jack. So you can actually push the car on the flatbed. It's never recommended to never ever tow a Tesla like on the regular tow bed with its wheels touching the ground. Lights, you just basically control your internal lights, external lights. If you want auto, the dome lights, if you want, you can turn it on. As you can see, I just turn on the lights in the side of the car. Auto high beam, don't like it. Don't like to this blind people approaching from the other side of the highway. Headlights after exit, so when you exit you get lights. Driving, this is where all the fun happens. So since I have a 75 kilowatt battery, I don't have the ludicrous plus, insane mode. I want my mommy, all these things, and I don't think really that you really need it. It's fun. It's awesome to punch it, and it's great to sometimes really prove to someone on the highway that these cars are extremely fast. But daily driving, especially I live in New York City, you will not be using that much. And if you do, most likely you will eventually get a speeding ticket or reckless driving or something like that from police when they clock you doing 50 or 60 miles per hour on the 25 mile per hour street. Not recommended. Steering mode, I like it in sport because it gives you a little bit more resistance on the steering wheel. I heard some people like it in the standard or comfort mode, so they can quickly maneuver the steering column. I like it in sport. Regenerative braking in standard mode, it gives you high regen, and low gives you low regen. I don't know why they just don't call it high and low. That will make things easier, but whatever. Creep mode is if you enable creep, the car will act like it's a automatic transmission car. You put it in drive, starts like slowly moving forward or backwards if you have it in reverse. I have the creep mode off, meaning when I put it in drive, I can show you here. I put it in drive, let go of the brake, and let go of the accelerator. The car is just standing in place because we're on the flat surface. If you are not on the flat surface, however, please keep in mind to be careful with this, because if you do not press the park brake hard, the car will roll off. Slip start is help. You can enable that when you have an issue pulling out of the snow or ice. Range mode, I have it enabled, so your like cooling and heating system will operate with being energy efficient, with energy efficiency in mind. So AC will be not as cold, heating will not be happening quite as quick. So, but definitely, it will give you some more battery in the long run. Trailer mode. If you have a trailer hitch installed in the car, you can enable this. This will disable all of your autopilot features. I think only cruise control will be left when you're towing, and you will be able to tow the trailer, and your power cables will be enabled in the back, so you can have your stoplights, blinkers, all the good stuff. Autopilot, my favorite. You can really customize how you want the autopilot to behave. For example, auto steer. Love it. So it will basically steer the car for you. It still says beta. It's great. It works really well, especially on the long trips. Navigate on autopilot. It's amazing. We'll give you little hints if you have to get off the highway or change highways. And customize navigate on autopilot. That's where all the fun happens. So you enable it at every start. Speed-based lane changes. So I have it at mild, as you can see, because I do not want Tesla or any other computer to be Mad Max while changing lanes with other cars on the highway. That's just insane. And then require lane changes confirmation. I don't have it. Car can change the lane without me telling it to do it. And then lane change notification I also have off, because I don't want it to chime all the time when it's just like doing its thing and changing lanes. Very cool. Speed limit warning. I have a display. When I go over the speed limit, it'll give you a little warning that you're going over. On the autopilot, you can set up a relative speed. So I have it plus 9 miles over the speed limit. So usually that will keep you away from getting a ticket. I don't know if that's a golden rule, but it has worked for me for many years. I never got a speeding ticket going 9 miles over the speed limit. I have gotten some speeding tickets, but we're not 9 miles per hour over. Forward collision warning. I like it to be early because I'd rather have the thing chime and give me warning than to rear end some other car. Lane departure avoidance. This is amazing, guys. Like, I'm gonna have to take a video to show you how it works. When you're not even driving on autopilot and you get distracted for some reason, the car will automatically keep the car in lane and not have you go and, you know, veer off into somebody else's lane or hit a concrete divider. Amazing feature. Kudos to Tesla engineering team for coming up with this. It's absolutely amazing. Blind spot collision warning chime. When, you know, somebody's in your blind spot, you try to get in their lane, you'll get a chime. There we go. Emergency braking speaks for itself. When the car detects something in an obstacle in your way, will automatically brake. It happened to me, I would say, twice already, and it's a really amazing feature to have. Once I did not see a biker, came out of nowhere. The car detected the biker coming out and activated emergency braking, and whoa, that was pretty brutal, but stopped the car on the dime. Here you got some more settings about how to, you know, set up your Falcon Wing doors. You can always set them up to open low if you're afraid of them hitting something, not detecting obstacles. I have it in auto. So far I did not have a problem with Falcon Wing doors not detecting something. Sometimes they think there's something there and they open low, and I have to manually open them up. Sometimes it's annoying, but I'd rather have that than the doors hitting something and potentially damaging themselves. Close all doors with key fob. My favorite feature, you can have all the doors open. You press once on the key fob, everything closes. It's just like magic. A driver door unlock mode. This is when door will automatically open the door for you when you... Oh no, only unlock only the driver door when shifting to park. Okay, so that will unlock only driver door when you shift to park. If you are in the shady neighborhood, you might want to keep that on, but I don't think people will know how to open the Tesla door anyway, like quickly. But, you know, some, I guess, security, you know, feature. And then, you know, we also have like some other features here. Lock confirmation sound. I like that because you know that you close the, you know, the car closes. It will give you a little, you know, a little honk. Mirror auto tilt. I love it. When you park, you see the curb. Mirror auto fold. I have it disabled because a lot of times I park in the garage or something. I don't need these motors to every single time open and close the mirrors when I get out, because I know one day these motors will fail. Any moving parts on anything eventually craps out. If you have had to do with printers in your lifetime, you'll know what I'm talking about. Display, pretty standard. Night mode, day mode. So if you go to day, the screen will go white. When you go to night, it will go black, which is like my favorite. I keep it on auto because during the day, just you can see more. You can choose your language, your time format, your energy display. I like to have it in distance mode, which means we'll basically estimate how many miles you have left versus like how much battery you have left. You might want to know how much miles you have left. Here's your trip meter. Currently, our last trip was 316 watt per mile in 38 miles, which is much better than average. This happened because Tesla had to reset the computer, and prior to that, I had actually the average at 309 or something like that. I was really trying to be super efficient, but they had to reset my computer and I lost my stats. Well, too bad. Navigation, you can here configure if you want all the good stuff, which is automatic online routing, you know, traffic and all these things. You want everything on, of course. And I have avoid tolls because now during the COVID-19, I like to get out of the city and do, you know, go hike and get out, but I don't necessarily want to pay for all the tolls. Enabling that basically will make you go places without paying, you know, this insane tolls that we have in New York City. Safety and security, you can power off the car from here. Speed limit mode, you can, if you have a teenager driving the car or somebody else that you don't really trust them by you know, with going too fast, you can enable this and lower the maximum speed to, to whatever you feel it's comfortable or reasonable. Sentry Mode, here's where you enable Sentry Mode. Interesting fact on my car, which is a hardware 2.0, and I'm still waiting for the upgrade to the new computer. Sentry Mode does not work. I can enable it and it will say recording and it will try to like scare people off, but it freaking doesn't work. Like it will not record on USB, will not give you like notifications. It sucks. Like I cannot wait to get this finally upgraded. And here you got a couple of other features. Joe mode is pretty cool. Basically, when you have the Joe mode on, the notifications and other chimes and everything like that will not be too obnoxious and loud, which I really like it. You can also enable pin to drive, so if somebody gets your key and they don't have your pin, will not be able to drive away. Also, you have here cabin overheat protection. Absolutely amazing. I just have it on. For whatever reason, it also makes your your interior in better shape when the car gets over 40 degrees centigrade, which is I don't know exactly how many degrees in Fahrenheit. It's definitely over 100. The car will enable your AC to cool the car down back to 40. It's amazing. And then your mobile access, where you can access the car from the Tesla app. Service, pretty standard. You can factory reset the computer, you can reset your wheels, you can put the car in tow mode, and you can also wiper service mode blades. So when you enable this, the wiper blades will come up. Software, when you go to the software feature here, after recent updates, you can actually see your car, you can see the name of our Model X is Mystique, and here you have also ability to see if you have full self-driving. I have the included package, meaning I purchased full self-driving. Still waiting for that computer upgrade as well. Can't wait. And Tesla is really not giving us any updates on when the heck we can expect that to happen. And then premium connectivity means you will have Tesla Music and connectivity from your phone to 4G LTE internet on your car. And you can also check your actual software update, which computer it's up to date on this car, but I can get new navigation data update if I connect this to my Wi-Fi access point, or in my case I was connected to my phone's hotspot to do this. Okay, I believe this is everything I wanted to cover in this in this video. Thanks for tuning in as always. Let me just turn on the dome lights. Just apologize for that. So once again, thanks for watching. Electrified Motors here. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, please put it in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer all of them and and give you any advice I can. I will have some more videos coming up. I will also tell you how do I make extra money with my Teslas by hosting Airbnb experience. So if you live in New York or you're coming to visit New York, you can book my Airbnb experience. A link is in my channel description, and we'll go for a ride and I'll show you everything about Tesla Model X and S. So until next time, thank you everyone for watching. Stay safe out there and peace out. This is Electrified Motors from Brooklyn, New York.